Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This video feels so nostalgic, to be honest, because it has been such a long time since I uploaded a bullet journal video. Why that was, I will get into a little bit later in the video, but let's get started with telling you what I'm gonna do for this setup. So this is my mid-year 2025 setup. I think I decided to get back into bullet journaling at the perfect time because half the year's over, so it's just in time to set up my bullet journal for the second half of the year. And I'm so sorry, it skipped for the cover page a little bit because I forgot to hit record, but it's only the cover page, everything else is here. So yeah, the other page is my year at a glance. I always like to add this page just because I think it's really helpful if I'm on the phone with someone or if I just want to plan my next setups. I think it's just a good overview over the year. And for the theme for the setup, I decided to go with Animal Crossing because I went to Japan a few weeks ago and I got a bunch of stickers there and 2 different types of washi tape for Animal Crossing, and I didn't want them to just lay in my cupboard and never be used, so I decided I'd just go ahead and use them right away for the setup, and I think they are really cute. The next spread is my year at a glance, so just a little calendar where I can add all of my appointments, all of my plans just throughout the year, if it's vacation or just time spent with friends that we planned. I can add it all here, so every time I set up my monthly calendar I can just copy all of these dates over there. While you watch me set up the spread, I can go ahead and get a little bit more into why I had to change the way I bullet journal, because if you know my older videos, you know that I would like to get very artsy with it and just go ahead and draw a lot myself, and I think it got to a point where it kind of defeated the point of bullet journaling. And a bullet journal is supposed to be a calendar that helps you throughout your life, that makes your life easier, that helps you plan stuff and helps you be organized and helps you achieve your goals. And it got to a point for me where it was more a task than anything else. I would spend an entire week just setting up my bullet journal because I'm just not fast at drawing. I hope I get better, but I'm just not fast. And so it took a very long time. I sometimes wasn't even happy with how it turned out. Most of the time I really loved my spreads and that's why I would keep doing it. But it just wasn't sustainable this way and it wasn't really helpful for me anymore. So I decided I had to switch it up. And that was the reason, also all of this work that I now thought about when I thought about bullet journaling was also the reason why I stopped bullet journaling for quite a long time actually. And then I started at the beginning of 2024 again, which you probably don't know because I haven't posted any videos on here. Because I made a really bad mistake and made it even worse for me, I decided, okay, I'm not drawing anymore, but I got into a very detailed way of kind of scrapbooking for my bullet journal that took just the same amount of time, and that was for my 2024 general setup. For all of the month I actually planned to draw also on top of the scrapbooking part, and I wanted to include drawing, so no, I didn't even finish my January setup, so that's how good of an idea that was. So yeah, then I stopped bullet journaling for again 1.5 years, and now I thought, okay, I kind of lost my rhythm, let's say, for uploading and stuff and everything else. So I need a bullet journal. It helped me when it was there. It really, really helped me to get everything done. So I decided to do it a bit more minimalistic. I still included the crafting paper, which I also included for my scrapbooking version, but I just toned it down. And that was the fastest setup I ever made. And I think it was a good idea. And I still think it looks really cute. So yeah. And I think this way bullet journaling can be useful for me again. Yeah, I just thought that was important to mention because I don't think I'm the only person that kind of got lost in that artsy stuff and forgot what bullet journaling is about. But yeah, now back to the spreads. You just saw me set up the birthday spread. I always do that for the entire year, even though this is only for the second half, just so this way when I set up the next one, I just have to look at my last birthday calendar, and this way I can make sure that no birthdays are getting lost, because I always add more, and so I just like to have the complete overview with all of the birthdays. On the other side I have the year in pixels. Here I forgot that it's only for half a year and I drew out the entire year, but yeah, that's fine. It's just half of it is gonna be blank. And what I did for coloring in, all of the colors mean something obviously, and I didn't want to go with like the basic stuff like, okay, the day was good, the day was bad, because that doesn't really resonate with me. When I have a good day, like a really, really good day, it kind of feels like the day is glowing. It's a lot more colorful and bright, and a bad day is completely the opposite. So I wanted to include words like this a bit more, which resonate more with me, so I can kind of get more of an idea of how the year went. So yellow is gonna be glowing, brown is gonna be dull, green is gonna be a day where I personally felt very positive, blue is gonna be a day that felt kind of mixed, so it was okay but not good. Teal is gonna be angsty and just an anxiety-filled day, and pink is gonna be a sick day. And I decided for every spread because the stickers had like these character-specific stickers in there, so I decided for every double page I'm gonna decide on a character that I'm gonna focus on. I think it turned out really cute. And just a heads up, maybe some of you know, if you followed a bit more of my videos, that I started my own little small business, and for that I already drew a couple of sticker sheets, so I thought it would be a good idea to include my own sticker sheets in my setups. And yeah, so starting with the monthly setup for July, I'm gonna use my own stickers, which is gonna like I already started making it. I'm almost through, so you can see that video in probably 2 or 3 days or something like that. And it just feels so surreal to use your own stickers. That's so cool. And so if you like them, you can get them in my Etsy shop as well, of course. So yeah. But for this one, I really wanted to use the Animal Crossing stickers. Here we have now my quarterly goals. I'm not completely sure what I'm gonna put in there. So quarterly goals, obviously for Q3 and Q4. And I know that just getting back my rhythm with posting, I totally messed up my TikTok algorithm. It was at such a good point where a lot of people saw it, it got a lot of engagement, and it's dead now. So I really have to get back into the rhythm of posting, not only on TikTok but also on Instagram, here on YouTube. It just all got lost somehow, and yeah, this way growing is kind of impossible, so I have to definitely prioritize that. And I also didn't get the chance yet to publish my first complete collection for my Etsy shop, because that also I dragged it along and I never got around to it really. So I really have to sit down and focus, and I want to upload my first complete collection in Q3. And then I also thought it's not only important to know what I want to do, but also how I want to do it. So included that as well. On the other page, we have my routine spread, where I just included my morning routine, my evening routine. Of course, I'm just gonna write it out, so I know exactly what is supposed to happen. I actually just re-listened the audiobook from Atomic Habits, and it's such a motivational boost. But like he said, motivation is not something you can sustain, and it's not something that will actually help you in the long run. So I have to really write out my routines, and I hope this is gonna help. And on the other, there's gonna be routines like for throughout the day. Like for example, one I'm gonna probably write down is whenever I leave a room, I will just grab one thing that's not supposed to be in this room and put it in the room where it belongs. So this way I can hopefully keep our home a little bit more tidy. On this next spread, we have my follower tracker. I just like to see growth. I just like to see how fast things are going, if it's going really slow or if it maybe picks up the pace again. And all of the numbers I wrote down here it's not really that I want to reach that last number at the end of the year. I just wrote a few bubbles and just wrote numbers in there. And whenever I reach one, I'm gonna color it in. It's just like I said before, all of my algorithms are dead, so I'm not gonna focus on a specific amount of followers I want to reach for the year. I just want to focus on improving the algorithm again. And I also included Etsy sales, even though of course that's not really a follower or social media thing, but I just thought it would fit on there as well. And in order to be able to upload more, I also included a content idea spread where I can, every time I have an idea, I can just write it down here, because I sometimes have the problem that I have an idea and then I forget about it. So I'm never gonna get around to it because I don't remember that it existed. So this way, hopefully stuff doesn't get forgotten, and if I don't know what to upload, I can just have a look at the list and maybe find something that's possible for this week. On the other side of this page, I have my nice to have spread. I just want to get a bit better with finances, so instead of just buying stuff if I want it, I'm gonna write it down here, and you will see on the next double spread I have something that will allow me to buy those things at a certain time. It's just some kind of saving for stuff that I would like to have, and then I can put money to the side to buy this at some point. So the first spread here is savings in general. This is not savings for stuff I want to buy. This is just to have some money put away for either bigger investments in a few years, maybe moving, buying a house or whatever. We will see what life gives us. But just putting away some money for the future. And on the other side we have the Save Opally, which is my way of just putting away some money for things I would just like to get, but I don't really need, like meaning those nice to haves on the other side. And for the savings spread, every time I reach one of those numbers, for example the 500, I'm gonna color in that spread. now I'm drawing out the Monopoly board. And I'm so sorry for my head. It's in the way a lot of times during this video. I'm just not used to filming my setups anymore. So I kind of lost the feeling of when my head is in the frame and when it's not. So I'm really sorry. I try to do better for August because July is almost done filming as well. So I will try for the last few pages not to put my head in the frame so much. But I will really promise you to do better in August. Oh, and one little detail I thought was funny. On the classic Monopoly, above where it says Monopoly, you have the Monopoly Man. I don't know if he has a real name or not, but I thought it would be funny to put Tom Nook here. And I'm also not sure if it's kind of ironic to have like a saving game that's Animal Crossing themed, or if it just fits very well. I'm kind of unsure about if it fits or if it's just ironic. For all of the spaces that are these community chests, I think they are called in the original one, I just put matching washi tape on there, and then I put also the same washi tape in one of those boxes in the middle, and every time I will land on one of those spaces of the board, I will put away the amount of money that I will write in the boxes in the middle of the board. I hope you understood what I mean. So maybe just in general, for people who don't know this Save Opoly game, it's just kind of every single week I will roll a dice and move forward the according spaces, and whatever I land on, the number it says I will put away. So maybe I will land on a space that says $20, so I will take $20 and transfer it to a saving account, and yeah. Gosh, my head is so much in the way, I'm so sorry. But up here I just made a little overview where I added all of the weeks that are left in the year, and in every space for every week after I played, I'm just gonna write down how much I saved. And then I glued in the board using double-sided tape, and I put it on the outside. And actually for the future I will probably not do it that way, but I will just put tape in the middle of the board. So this way I can just use like a pin or something and put it on the side of the board and use this to mark where I left off, because I will have like the guide at the top where I write down how much I saved. But for example, if I put $20 on all of these train stations and then I just see, okay, last time I put away $20, I still don't know what train station I was on. So maybe I will just take a picture of it every single week, or maybe I will just have to rely on my brain to remember it. Or if you guys have an idea to do this more efficiently, let me know. The next spread is probably my least favorite spread. I don't know, it just feels, it doesn't really feel connected within. It doesn't feel complete. I don't know, but it's fine. It's just about cleaning. What I do on this spread is I will just write whatever cleaning stuff needs to be done throughout the year in our apartment. And then I will mark with a marker how many, like in what weeks I want to do that. So for example, cleaning the bathroom and vacuuming is for every single week. And first of all, I'm sorry, I totally wrote that out in German and not in English, so yeah, but it's just cleaning stuff. And then for example, cleaning the doors, because we have white doors, so they sometimes have some stains on them, and I want to clean them like once a quarter. And I just marked out a week, so it's not like... And first of all, this way I don't forget about it. Second of all, it's not like I sit there on one weekend and try to do everything, because that's unrealistic. maybe I have the motivation for one time, but I think it's a lot easier just to have 1 or 2 extra things you need to do on the weekend and get that done. And then I also left some space in, like in case I think of anything else that needs to be done, so I can always add more. And this is the last spread. This is not cleaning stuff per se that needs to be done regularly. It's more like, for example, our cupboard in the bathroom is a total mess and it would need to be reorganized, but this will take up a while. And like stuff like this, like these small things to make your home a little bit more organized, a little bit more tidy. I can just put them on there, and every time I have a weekend where I think, okay, I have a little bit more time and I feel motivated to do that, I can just look through the list and pick one of those items. And with this, the setup is completed. I hope you like it, even though it's a bit more minimalistic than usual. But this is gonna be the new usual, and I personally really like it because this I never created a spread this fast. It was great. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed spending these 20 minutes with me, planning with me. And if you have any ideas of stickers you would like to see in these setups, let me know so I can create the matching sticker sheets, and then you will also of course be able to buy these sticker sheets in my Etsy shop. Yeah, I hope to see you guys in my next video. So until then, have an amazing life and thank you again. Bye!